Hello everyone, welcome back to our series on Child Development and Pedagogy for CTET Paper 2. In the previous videos, we discussed meaning of child development, difference between growth and development, concept of development and its relationship with learning. Today in this video, we are going to learn one of the most important and scoring topics in CTET, that is principles of child development. These principles help teachers to understand how children grows, learn and change step by step. I will explain each principle in a very simple way with examples. So friends, if you are preparing for CTET, this video is very important. Let's start our lesson. There are 12 principles and we will go through them one by one. The 12 principles are as follows. The first one is development is continuous. Second one, development is directional. Third one, development follows a sequential pattern or development is a uniform pattern. Fourth one, development shows individual differences. Fifth one, development proceeds from general to specific. Sixth one, development involves differentiation. Seventh one, development leads to integration. Eighth one, development is an integrated process. Ninth one, development is predictable. 10th one, development proceeds from heteronomy to autonomy. 11th one, development proceeds from egocentrism to allocentrism. So last one, development is cumulative. Now let us begin with the first principle, that is development is continuous. This means that development is an ongoing process. It begins at birth and continues throughout life. It does not stop suddenly or happen in jumps. Development occurs slowly and steadily with small changes adding up over time. Examples, if you look at language development, a child does not start speaking suddenly. It begins with crying, then moves to babbling, later to single words, then sentence, and finally develop fluent speech. If we consider physical development, in physical development, a person grows from an infant to a child, to an adolescent, and then to an adult. So in the case of cognitive development moves from simple thinking in early childhood to logical thinking and finally to abstract thinking in later ages. So if we consider the emotional development, so emotional development starts with simple emotions, gradually develops into complex emotions such as guilt, pride and empathy. The next principle is development is directional. So this means that development follows a definite directions or pattern, not a random one. A child development moves in specific, predictable, directional as the child grows. The main direction of development are cephalocaudal direction, that means head to toe. Development proceeds from the head downward. Example, baby gains control of head first, then controls arms and trunk, finally learns to stand and walk. The second one, proximo-distal direction, that means center to periphery. Development proceeds from the center of the body to the outer parts. Example, control over shoulders first, then arms, then hands and then fingers. So next, third principle, development follows a sequential pattern or uniform pattern. This means that development occurs in a fixed, orderly sequence. Each stage comes one after another, and no stage can be skipped. A child must complete earlier stages before moving to later ones. Example, if we consider motor development, it follows the order like holding head, then sitting, crawling, standing. So after walking. So language development follows the order like crying, babbling, single words, sentence. So writing skills follows the sequence like scribbling, drawing shapes, writing letters, writing words. Cognitive development follows sensory experiences, then simple thinking, then logical thinking. So in all these cases, the child must pass through each stage before moving to the next stage. This clearly shows that development follows the sequential order. So educational importance of these principles are help teachers understand learning readiness, prevent forcing children to learn too early, supports child-centered teaching. So next, fourth principle is Development shows individual differences. This means that each child is unique and develop at his or her own pace. No two children grows or learn in exactly the same way or at the same time. Even though the sequence of the development is the same, the rate of development differs from child to child. Example, if we consider language development, one child starts speaking at 2 years, another starts at 3 years. If we consider physical development, some children walk at 10 months, others walk at 14 months. So, if we consider learning ability, one child learns maths quickly, another learns languages better. So, if we consider emotional development, one child is calm, another is more sensitive or aggressive. Okay, so causes of individual differences: heredity, environment, nutrition, family background, opportunity, and experiences. The next fifth principle is development proceeds from general to specific. This means that development begins with broad general responses and gradually becomes more detailed, specific, and refined as the child grows. In early stages, behavior is undifferentiated. With development, skill becomes specific and controlled. Example, if we take motor development, general baby moves the whole arm, specific child uses fingers to write or pick a small object. If we consider emotional development, general infant shows pleasure or discomfort, specific child shows fear, jealous, love, sympathy. If we take a language development, general crying for anger, pain, comfort, specific uses different words to express different needs. Social development, general attachment mainly to mother, specific forms friendship, understand social roles. Educational importance of these principles are helps teachers to plan age appropriate activities, prevents expecting fine skills too early, support natural learning. The next principle is development involves a differentiation. This means that child's behavior and ability become more specific, organized, and specialized as growth progresses. In the early stages, a child's responses are general and simple, but with the development, they become distinct and well defined. In other words, development moves from simple to complex and then general to specialized. So, example, if we consider physical development, in early stage, a baby moves the whole arm to pick an object. In later stage, child uses fingers separate to write or button a shirt. Okay, if we consider motor development, in early stage random body movement, in the later stage we can see controlled actions like running, jumping, writing, drawing. So if we consider language development, early crying and babbling, in later stage we can see clear words, sentence, grammar, and meaningful conversation making. Emotional development, so if we look at emotional development, so in early stages, general feelings like pleasure or discomfort. So later differentiated emotions like jealous, pride, guilt, sympathy. If you take a cognitive development, in early stage, only simple thinking, but in the later stage we can see logical reasoning, problem solving, abstract thinking. So next seventh principle is development leads to integration. This means that as a child grows, different abilities and functions become more organized and work together as a whole. Early development is fragmented and uncoordinated, but later it becomes integrated and purposeful. In simple words, separate skills gradually combine to form coordinated behavior. If you take motor development, in early random movement of hands and legs, in later stage coordinated actions like writing, cycling, playing games. If we take learning process, seeing, hearing, and thinking all together helps in understanding and learning a concept. In language development, sounds, words, meaning combine to form meaningful communication. Social behavior, emotions, thinking, experiences integrate to form appropriate social behavior. Educational importance of these principles are teaching should involve multi-sensory learning. Activities should integrate physical, mental, and emotional aspects, encourages holistic development. Development is an integrated process. This is the next principle. This means that all areas of development are interconnected and grows together. Physical, cognitive, emotional, social, moral, and language development do not occur separately. Each influences the other. A child develops as a whole person, not in isolated parts. Example: physical and mental development. Good health improves attention, memory, and learning. Emotional and social development. Emotional balance helps in making friends and social adjustment. Third one, language and cognitive development. Thinking ability supports language growth and language enhances thinking. Motor and cognitive development. Writing requires both muscle and coordination and mental planning. Educational importance of this principle are: focus on holistic development, plan activities that develop multiple abilities together, follows child centered education. Next, ninth principle is development is predictable. This means that child development follows a fairly regular and orderly pattern. Although children differ in rate, the sequence of development is almost the same for all children. So, we can predict what abilities are likely to appear at a particular age. If you take motor development, most children sit without support around 6 to 7 months. Most children start crawling around 8 to 9 months. If we consider language development, most children speak their first word around 1 year, two-word sentences around 2 years. So, if we consider cognitive development, most children show concrete thinking in early childhood and abstract thinking during adolescence. So, if we take the social development, most children show parallel play around 2 to 3 years. If we consider emotional development, most children develop fear of strangers around 8 to 9 months. If we take moral development, most children understand right and wrong gradually as they grow older. So, important point: prediction is approximate, not exact. Individual differences always exist. Environment can influence the rate. The 10th principle is development proceeds from heteronomy to autonomy. The principle means that a child gradually moves from dependence on others to independence and self-control as development progresses. Heteronomy means behavior controlled by others, parents, teachers, or rules. Autonomy means behavior guided by self-decision, self-discipline, and internal values. Example: if you take moral development, early stage means in the case of heteronomy, child follows rules due to fear of punishment, but in the later stage or in case of autonomy, child follows rules because they understand what is right and wrong. If you take learning behavior, heteronomy, child studies only when forced by parents or teachers. Autonomy, child studies on their own with self motivation. So, if you take daily activities, heteronomy, child depends on parents for eating, dressing, and homework. Autonomy, child manages these activities independently. So, if you take decision making, heteronomy, child follows decision made by elders. So, autonomy, child makes responsible decision independently. So, if you take educational importance, teachers should encourage self learning, promote self discipline instead of punishment, help children becomes independent learners. The next principle is development proceeds from egocentrism to allocentrism. This principle means that a child gradually moves from being self-centered to consider the prospective feelings and needs of others as they grow. Egocentrism means focused on oneself, unable to see others' viewpoints. Allocentrism means able to understand and consider others' viewpoints and feelings. Examples: if we consider in social development, in early childhood, a child says, I want it without considering others. In later childhood, a child shares toys and consider friends' feelings. So, if we consider moral development, in egocentric stage, obeys rules if it is benefit self. In allocentric stage, follows rules because it is fair and just for everyone. So, if we consider communication, in egocentric stage, talks without listening to others. So, in allocentric stage, child listen and responds appropriately in conversation. So if we consider problem solving in egocentric stage, consider only own ideas. In allocentric case, thinks of solutions that help everyone involved. So, educational importance. Teachers should encourage cooperative learning, promote empathy and teamwork, helps in social and emotional development. The last principle is development is cumulative. That means each stage of development is built upon earlier stages. New learning and abilities do not occur in isolation, they are the result of previous growth and experiences. In simple words, development is like building blocks. Each block supports the next one. Example, if we consider language development, crying, babbling, single words, sentence, each stage depends on the earlier one. So, if we consider motor development, first holding head, then sitting, then standing, then walking. So, walking is possible only after earlier motor skills development. Cognitive development. So, if we take cognitive development, learning numbers, then addition, then multiplication, a child must understand counting before solving sums. So, if we consider writing skills, scribbling, then drawing shapes, writing letters, then writing words. So, writing develops gradually by accumulating earlier skills. Social development. So, family interaction, playing with friends, group activities, social skills grow step by step. So, educational importance. Strong basic skills help children learn higher concept easily. Teachers should link new lessons with previous knowledge. Early learning has a long-term impact on future development. Continuous teaching and revisions are necessary for effective learning. That's all. In this video, we discussed the important concept of child development and pedagogy. I hope this explanation was clear, simple, and helpful for your exam preparation. This topic is very important for CTET, so please revise it once again. If you found this video useful, like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more concept-based learning. In the next video, we will discuss another important topic in detail. Until then, keep learning and keep growing. Thank you.